Morning, everyone. Am I audible to all of you? Okay. Let us start with one more pre-increment and pre-decrement question. What is that? Suppose value of A is 2, value of B is 4, and here is one expression. What is that? Y equal to plus B modulus A plus B multiplied by minus A. Find out the value of Y. Find out the value of Y. Be quick. Parth, done? Okay. Tell me the answer.
6.
6. Okay. Y equal to 6. Yes. Remaining student. Same answer. That much time you required. Yes, Nirmit. What is the answer?
Sir, 7.
7. Yes. अंशिका, परिधि, समृद्धि, कितना टाइम चाहिए? बी क्विक. आयुषी, डन? सेम आंसर. ओके. So correct answer is first one, that is 6. Parth is correct. My answer is 6. Nirmit, just focus on the board. What is that? This is pre-increment. So value of B become 5. Okay. After that, modulus 2. Value of A is 2. What is the result? Result of this is 1. Remainder will become 1. Here, value of updated value of B is 5 and multiplied by 8 decremented by 1, that is 1. So answer will be 5 and addition of 1 plus 5 equal to 6. Any confusion? Nirmit, is that clear? Okay. Next question. What is the mathematical expression or Java expression for the following operation? Be quick. Parth, done. Yes. Wait a minute, Parth. Wait a minute. Yes, Paridhi.
Sir, math.pow.
Math. In math, M is capital or small?
Capital.
Capital. Okay. And in pow?
In bracket A plus B.
In bracket A plus B.
Bracket close.
Bracket close.
Comma 3.
Comma
3.
3.
Asterisk.
There is no another bracket for this. Pow.
Yes, sir.
Another bracket, no?
Then asterisk.
Then asterisk. Then
Math.pow.
math dot pow.
2 comma A.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the correct answer. बस यहाँ पे आपको इस ब्रैकेट का ध्यान रखना है. Okay? Next question. Should I rub this? What is coercion? What is coercion? Yes, Ujjwal.
The coercion is the implicit type conversion done by the compiler without our knowledge.
Anything else?
Sir, it is done such as two data types are there, and then we are performing some calculation on them, then they are converted into the higher data type.
Yes, exactly. I want that last line. Means in coercion, we are not we, compiler is able to convert some small data type into the bigger one. Okay. And what is type casting? There is some difference between implicit conversion and type casting. Okay. There is two things: implicit conversion, explicit conversion. And what is type casting? Anyone? Yes, Parth.
Explicit is only known as typecasting.
Yes, very good. Explicit conversion is known as typecasting. And one thing important about typecasting, what is that? That it is a forceful conversion. Okay, we forcefully convert one data type into another data type. Okay, all of you know about that syntax of implicit and explicit conversion data type. Is that okay? Okay, so you have to learn at least one example of each. Next one is, I marked few questions for all of you. Yes, name two programming languages of low level type. Low level languages. Two example. Yes, Ujjwal.
Sir, one is the machine language, that is
Okay.
0, and the second one is
Assembly language.
assembly language. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Next one is Basic and Pascal is a high level language or low level language? Yes, Ritesh.
Sir, they are high level language.
They are high level language. Okay, that is okay. Next, what do you mean by base class? Base class. Akshara, do you know the answer?
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
So please repeat the question. I have not listened.
What is base class? Base class.
So, a class which inherits the properties from other classes is known as base class.
No, that is totally wrong. Yes, Ayushi.
Sir, a base class is a super class from which another class inherits its properties.
Yes. Akshara ने एकदम opposite बता दिया. Base class is also called parent class, from which child class inherited properties. Okay, that is called base class. And what is derived class? What is derived class?
Sir, that derived class, what I said, that is derived class.
Yes, derived class is also called child class, means these classes inherit different properties or method from base class or parent class. Okay, good. Next one is why any object is called, why any programming language is called object oriented. What is the basic reason behind calling object oriented? Yes, Ujjwal.
Sir, an object-oriented programming language is based on real-life concepts.
Okay. That's all. Anything else? Anyone? That is the basic of your book, object-oriented programming. Yes, Akshara?
So, it takes all the features of the object-oriented programming.
Like?
So, like abstraction, polymorphism. The two more are there: inheritance and encapsulation.
Okay, very good. Which is the main property that if any object, any programming language doesn't follow, then it doesn't come in category of object-oriented programming language? Among all the properties that is mentioned by Akshara. Yes, Adarsh, do you know the answer? Yes.
Sir, it is polymorphism.
Yes, very good.
It's
Interesting.
polymorphism.
Polymorphism is one of the most important and basic property that every object-oriented programming language have to follow. Okay. Next one.
Sir,
Yes.
sir. I have one doubt. So in page number 76.
Page number 76.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is that?
So in that last one, following are some more examples of conditional operators. So that two example I'm not able to understand. So can you please
Which
explain?
one? Which one?
Sir,
6
that-
greater than 4?
Yes, sir. That evaluates to 9 because of that. Can you explain, sir?
6 greater than 4. It is true. Of course, it is true.
Yes,
If
sir.
it is true, then answer will be 9. So evaluate to 9 because test expression 6 greater than 4 is true. That's all. If that condition is true, then second expression will be the result. If that condition is false, then third expression will be the result. So here evaluates to 9 means result of that particular expression is 9 because that condition is true. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir.
Okay, next question. What is the initial name of Java? Yes, Parth.
Oak.
Oak. Okay. What is native executable code? Native executable code. Anyone?
So what?
Native executable code. Yes, Samriddhi.
Sir, when source code is converted into machine code, then that machine code is called native executable code.
Yes, resultant machine code is called native executable code when source code is converted into machine language or machine code. Okay, can anyone explain what is JIT? JIT and what is its role in Java? JIT. Yes, Rajnandini.
Sir, JIT is just-in-time compiler. It compiles the bytecode into that particular native executable code of the machine.
Yes, JIT is the main part in JVM. Okay, and it is responsible to convert that bytecode into respective platform code or machine code. Okay, good. Next one is what is comment in Java? What is comment in Java? Yes, Ujjwal.
Sir, comments are the non-executable commands that are written to make the program more readable.
Non-executable commands. Is it correct to say comment as command?
No, sir, it is that non-executable
Statement.
statement. Yes, sir.
So comments are non-executable statement that is ignored by the compiler. Okay, means that is meaningless for the compiler. Okay, how many types of comment are there in Java? How many types of comment? Yes, Rajnandini.
So there are two types of comments. One is /* and the other one is // are there.
That is the name of those category. That is single line comment and multi-line comment. Okay, is that okay? Single line comment, that / and then this is a multi-line comment. Okay, and second one is single line comment. Okay, next question. What do you mean by encapsulation? Tell one example also. Encapsulation. Dave.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, encapsulation means wrapping up of things.
Wrapping up of data. Okay.
Yes.
It is okay.
And
Now
sir,
example.
Sir, practical or computer, I guess.
Anything.
Sir, like chocolate is there, sir, and that material is wrapped by something.
Okay.
So
And
inside data.
one programming based example.
Sir, that it can be content class, sir, in that which we write, it is converted internally in Java, sir. I forget the term, what to say.
Means class wrap all the methods, function, variable inside it. That is an example of encapsulation. Okay.
Yes.
Which keyword is used for inheritance purpose? Which keyword is used for inheritance purpose? Yes, Samriti.
Extends dot.
Extends keyword. Okay. Suppose I am writing class A is parent class and I am creating class B. So what I supposed to write? Class B, then yes.
Extends class.
Extends. A, no need to mention class A. Okay. And after that, okay, this is the structure of inheritance. Okay, next one is, what are the two type of polymorphism are there in Java? Two type of polymorphism. Yes, Ritesh.
So one is a static polymorphism and second is dynamic polymorphism.
Okay, next question. What is the example of static polymorphism? Ritesh, do you know the answer?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Akshara? No? Anyone? Yes, Parth?
Class A. Then
Just mention that term. No need to write down the code.
term we write that method
Loading.
overloading.
Method overloading is the example of static polymorphism, and method overriding is the
Overriding
example
is the
of
dynamic
dynamic
polymorphism.
polymorphism. Okay, what is method overloading? Anyone? That is, of course, not part of semester 1 syllabus, but I explained that during explanation of polymorphism. What is method overloading? Yes, Anubhav.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, methods having same name but different signature.
And what do you mean by signature?
Sir, so that I don't know.
Data types and list of parameters are called method signature. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And what is overriding? Anyone? No, Anubhav, that is not for you. Yes. What is method overriding? Yes. Parth.
Two classes with same name and signature.
Two classes or two methods?
Two methods with same name and signature.
Okay. So if I am calling one method that is overridden, then which method is called? Which method is called in case of overridden? That updated one. New one. जो भी आप नया मेथड क्रिएट करेंगे, what is the basic use of overriding? Means we just got some updation or we are updating those methods. So in the case of calling, that updated method will be called. Is that okay? Okay. Next one is, what is abstraction? What is abstraction? Yes, Ayushi, abstraction. Ayushi, unmute yourself. No, your voice is not audible. Yes. Rajnandani.
So abstraction means to represent only the essential features and hide the non-essential ones.
Okay, tell me one practical example and one real life example.
So real life examples are suppose like whenever we are installing WhatsApp for the first time, so it is asking for the password and all. So we are just typing 2-3 words. The user is typing, but he does not know that a page might be written for that. Just 2-3 word. Many codes would be written for that. That the user is not knowing, but the one who has made is knowing. And he is represented only the essential feature, that is he has to just type in his password.
Okay. Anything else?
And so in computer yes, whenever we are showing the output, the user is just seeing the output, but many codes have been written to implement that.
Means no common user doesn't know about the codes that is written for that software. Okay, that is abstraction. And for real life, it is better to just mention the example of switchboard. We know only how to switch on and how to switch off. We don't know the connections. Okay. Okay. Next one is, tell me the syntax of variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization. And also define variable. What is tough in that? Only 2 students know the answer. What are you waiting for? कि किस दिन एग्जाम होगा, डायरेक्टली बुक से आंसर लिखेंगे? Yes, Rajnandani. No. Yes, Parth. Tell me the definition of variable only.
Yes, a variable is the entity that can change its value with further codes, which can store a specific kind of value.
Why definition is so confusing? Just mention variable is a type of container where we can store the value, or variable is the name of a memory location where we save some value. That is called variable. Okay. Yes, Avika. Tell me the syntax for initialization of declaration of variable.
Sir, int a.
I want syntax, not example. You know how we can write syntax? No. Just see how we can write. Yes, Apriti.
The type.
Type or data type?
Any data type, sir, we can take.
Data type in greater than less than symbol, and after that?
The variable name.
Variable name, very good. Variable name. And then syntax. Okay. So one example, Avika, that is int x. This is declaration. Next one is initialization. Yes, Rajnandani. What is the syntax of initialization?
So initialization, so data type, variable name.
Data type.
Variable name.
Variable name.
So equal to what?
Equal to
the value.
Value. Avika, now syntax is clear. Okay. So here data type, if not initialized, then we have to mention the data type. If it is already declared, then no need to mention data type here. So it is optional. So we have to put that in square bracket. Is that okay? If anything is optional for the user, then put that in square bracket, then greater than less than symbol, and then write down the content. Is that okay? Okay. Next one is, what are the first, what is identifier, and after that what are the rules of identifier? Everyone tell one rule. Okay, so first define identifier. Better no need to turn pages of the book. If you know the answer, then tell me, otherwise no, I will tell the answer. Yes, others, define identifier.
We can say identifier are the building blocks of the program.
Anything else?
And so
except
for
this
rule.
bookish knowledge.
So it means that it represents a code sub, which means which makes a program. So it means that a single code which is used to make a program. So for example, we can say that a big brick. So a brick. So each brick makes a building. So we can we can assume some.
Others, wait a minute. If you are writing answer like this, then I will give you that negative marks in that question. Okay?
Negative.
Be very clear in your answer. What is tough in that? Yes, Ani? What is identifier?
Sir, an identifier is a sequence of one or more characters.
Okay. Simplest definition of identifier. Identifier is the name of variable, name of method, name of class. That is called identifier. That is the simplest one. Okay? किसी भी variable का नाम, class का नाम, method का नाम, that is identifier. Okay? Now one rule. Yes, Akshara, one rule for identifier.
So they must not begin with a digit.
Sorry?
That they must not begin with a digit.
Yes, identifier can't, we can't start identifier naming with digits. Okay. Yes, second rule, Raj Nandini.
So we cannot use any letter. So because Java is case sensitive, so we cannot use any type of letter anywhere.
No, that is not correct statement. Since Java is case sensitive, so capital and small alphabet are different. Okay, that is the correct one. Yes, third rule, Parth.
Sir, no special characters can be used except $ and underscore.
Yes, only $ and underscore is allowed for a special character. Yes, next rule.
Sir, they can be of any length.
They can be of any length. Yes, okay. Next, Samriddhi.
They must not be a Boolean literal.
They must not be a
Boolean literal.
Boolean literal.
True or
Yes.
false.
Okay, okay. Means we can't use any Boolean literal over there. Yes, Krishna.
Yes, sir, name of keyword should not be used.
Yes, we can't use keyword as an identifier. Okay. Next one is, I'm writing something. Tell me why these identifiers are invalid. Tell me why these identifiers are invalid. Okay, Tasvi, why first one is invalid?
Because it contains special character.
Which one?
Full stop or dot.
Yes, dot, not full stop. This is not English. Yes, in this full stop is not allowed or dot is not allowed. Yes, Utkarshita. Second one, why it is invalid?
Yeah, because sir, it is starting with a number.
Because it is starting with a number. Yes, third one. Yes, Shivans. Third one.
Sir, because it contains dash.
Dash. That is called, technically it is called
Special identity.
Technically it is called, anyone?
Sir, that I can.
Yes, Paridhi, it is called
Sir, hyphen.
Yes, hyphen is not allowed, underscore is allowed. Okay, good. Next question is, how we can identify that any number written in Java is a decimal integer literal, is a decimal integer literal. Question is clear? How we can identify any value that is written in Java is a decimal integer literal? No one. Yes, Avika?
Sir, is written double.
I think there is some problem in your mic. Repeat the
Sir.
answer.
Sir, I think when there is written double.
No. Yes, Samriddhi?
Sir, when it does not start with 0, then we can say that it is. an
Yes, any number starting with 0 belongs to category of decimal integer literal. Next one is hexadecimal. How we can identify that given number is hexadecimal literal? Yes, Paridhi?
Sir, the number starting from 0x.
0x. Okay. Next one is, if I want to write 15, then in hexadecimal which symbol I will use for 15? Yes, Akshara?
So one more time the question.
For 15, which symbol is used to represent 15 in hexadecimal?
So
Yes, Ani?
So 0x and capital F.
And capital F. A is used for? A is used for? Don't know anything, my God. How will you face exam? Yes, Rajnandini?
So A is used for 11 and E is used for 15.
A is used for 11 or 10?
So 11.
11? No.
Yes.
So how
Yes.
will you represent 10?
So 10 is represented 10 only. So we are starting from 11 A to F.
Anyone else? Yes, Parth?
Sir, 10 only because it is written that 0 to 9, A to F. So from F we will from 10 we will write A, B, C, D.
Yes, from 10 we will start for A is for 10, B is for 11, C is for 12, D is for 13, like this. Okay, is that clear? Okay, next one is, what is the difference between floating literal and double literal? Sorry, yes, floating and double. Yes, Rajnandini, what is the difference?
So floating literal will store a small value and double literal will give a big space for the value.
What kind of value?
So that decimal values.
Decimal value or fractional value? Yes. For large fractional value, we use double, and for a small fractional value, we use float. Okay. Next one is how we can represent character literal in Java. How we can represent character literal in Java? Yes, Ujjwal?
Sir, by using single quotes.
By using single quote, we can represent. And what is the exact size of character literal?
Sir, 4 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bytes.
8 bytes.
8 bytes.
Anyone else? Yes, Krishna?
So 2 bytes.
2 bytes. Okay, one character uses 2 bytes. Next, what is null literal? What is null literal? Yes, Anushka.
Sir, null is used to fill empty spaces.
Null is used in place of empty spaces. If we don't want to assign any value to a given data type, then we will assign null. Okay, null means nothing, but is used to simply fill the value or initialize the and initialize any variable. Okay, is that okay? Next one is x plus equal to 20. X plus equal to 20. What is the meaning of this? Yes, Parth?
X is equals to x plus 20.
Okay. And what is this called?
Shorthand operators.
Yes, shorthand operators. Very good. Next one is, what are the two kind of data type allowed in Java? What are the two kind of data types allowed in Java? Yes, Winston.
Primitive data types and reference data types.
Can you define primitive data type?
Primitive data type, they are the part. They come as a part of language.
Come as a part of language. Okay, and what is primitive data type?
Sir, primitive not name. Sir, reference not name.
Sorry, reference data type. Yes.
Reference not name.
No. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Rajnandini.
So primitive data type, so they are the part, so they are already predefined in Java, and the reference data type, they are created from primitive data type, and it is created by the user.
Okay. Tell me one example of primitive data type. Yes. Ritesh.
Sir, byte, short, int, etc.
Ayushi. Example of reference data type.
Sir, double.
Double is not reference data type. Yes, Samriddhi.
Sir, class.
Class and
Interface.
Interface. Arrays. These are example of reference data type. Okay, just keep in mind, if in examination there is a question that what are the categories, then mention the categories. It is mentioned define those categories, then define. If question is there, write down example, then write down example only. Okay, no need to write extra thing in your copy. Next one is for representing long data type, we use some suffix over there. What is that? Yes, Parth?
We use L over there.
Small l or capital L?
Both can be used.
Both can be used. Okay. Next one is for representing float value. Yes, Paridhi.
Sir, small f or big F?
Okay. For double. Yes, Ujjwal.
Sir, we can use also D and we cannot use also, but the result will be the same only. For double, we can use D or we cannot use D.
Yes, we use capital D for that. Okay, or a small d for double. Okay. Next one is, what is the initial value of byte? Initial value of byte. Yes, Adarsh.
Sir, it will be 8 bits.
Initial, just listen the question very carefully. Initial value of byte.
So initial value of byte.
If you are not going to allot any value, then what is the initial value for byte data type?
Sir, I think 2. No, sir, 1.
बेटा कौन बनेगा करोड़पति चल रहा है, guess कर रहे हो? If you know the answer, then tell it clearly. Yes, Akshita.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, your voice is not very clear. Check your net connection. Yes, Mayank. Mayank. Again, network issue. 0. Yes. Initial value of byte data type is 0. What is the initial value of char? Initial value of char. Yes, Anubhav. Do you know the answer? No? Yes, Parth?
Single quotes /U0000.
Okay, anything else? What does /U and 4 times 0 represent?
ASCII characters, sir.
That is for null character, means empty. Okay. What is the initial value of Boolean data type? Yes, Anubhav?
Sir, false.
False. False is written in small or capital?
Small.
Small. Okay. And what is the value of reference data types? Initial value of reference data type?
Sir, that is null.
Okay, that is null. Okay, next question. What is constant? Define constant. Yes, Abhika.
Sir, constant do not change their value in the program.
बेटा कोई चीज खुद नहीं वैल्यू चेंज करती है. So mention that we can't change value of any constant variable throughout the program. Okay?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, variable खुद अपनी value नहीं change करेगा. Okay. And what is the importance of constant in Java programming? And through which keyword we declare any variable as constant? 2 questions are there. Yes, Akshara. Akshara. There is some problem. Yes, Rajnandini.
So we can declare any variable as constant by adding final.
Final, that is written in small or capital?
So small.
Small. And what is the importance of declaring any variable as constant?
So, I'm explaining with an example. So like we have to calculate the compound interest. So if the value it should not be changed for that purpose, we can use
Means
final.
if interest rate is constant, then we declare interest rate as constant so that no one is able to change the value of interest rate throughout the program. Is that okay? Role of constant is clear? Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today. In the next class, we again come with lots of questions. Is there any kind of doubt? Yes, Rajnandini.
So on page number 31.
On page number 31.
Yes, sir. So
Yes.
there is a question that JVM, so 7th question, JVM combined with Dash makes Java platform. So answer is Java API. So what is this?
API means application programming interface. Okay, so JVM combined with that application programming interface, because API is going to provide you facility to perform any program. Okay, and when JVM is combined with that, then you are able to execute that program. Okay, that's why it is come in combination with that API. Is that okay?
Okay, and so whenever we are writing string arrays, it means that we are giving input in the form of string.
Sorry, repeat your question.
So like we are adding in method the string arrays, ARGS. So it means that giving input in the form of string.
anything that we give input to the computer, that is in the form of a string. After that, we have to perform conversion over there. That's why we write next int, next double, because we have to convert that value into integer, double, float according to our requirement. Okay.
So, sir, if we are writing this, then we cannot perform any calculation, no?
If we want to perform, then we have to convert that. If we want that value as it is for printing, then no need to convert that. Okay.
Okay, sir. So, and one more thing.
Yes.
Sir, we are when we are adding main to the method, it means that we can execute it out of BlueJ also.
Yes. Main, if we declare any class as main class, it means we are assigning main method in that class, and our program is saved with that name of that class. Okay, and we are able to execute that program from command prompt also.
Okay, so and so one more thing. So if adding static to the method, it means that we can.
No need to create object for that method. We can directly execute that method and take down.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Ayushi.
So what is the similarity between procedural programming and modular programming?
Similarity.
Yes, sir.
Maybe the logic. Okay. In procedure, we are writing simply step, just like writing answer for any question. Okay. Means step by step. But in that object-oriented or modular programming, we create few blocks like class, opening curly braces, closing curly braces. That is a kind of block, and we execute all those blocks by just using object. So that is object-oriented base. But in procedure, we have to write down a step in sequence. So logic, data type, all things are similar, but the main execution of the program or writing of the program is different. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. And sir, how does object-oriented programming overcome the shortcomings of traditional programming approaches?
First thing, it provides you secure environment for programming, means provide additional security, because इसने क्या किया, memory reference बाकी languages में return हो जाते थे, but in Java memory languages, memory locations जो हैं वो कभी return नहीं होते हैं, तो secure है. Okay, next one is practical life को Java ने possible बनाया to implement in the programming, like inheritance, that is a practical life thesis or formula or process that we are going to implement in the programming. So these are the benefit. And one thing more, reusability feature. Java provide you facility for reusability. If you make any library or previous class, we just inherit those feature and we modify the existing methods. So these are the benefits. Okay. Anything else?
Yes.
No? Yes, Paridhi.
Sir, on page number 98.
98. Yes.
Sir, how will perform 19 and 18 program?
Question number?
18 and 19.
18 and 19. What is doubt in that?
Sir, how we will swap two values?
How we will swap the values in question number 19? That is very simple. Suppose x having 10. Okay. Wait a minute. X having value 10. Y having value 20. If we want to swap, means our result will be y equal to 10 and x equal to 20. Okay. Then we use one empty variable, that is z. We assign first value of x in z. Now x become empty. After that, we assign y in x, and this particular value of z will be assigned to y. That's all. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
That is clear. Any other doubt?
So on page number 159.
159.
9.
Yes.
So in round method, it is written double equal x equal to 4.2. But sir, in output, x equal to 4.2.
Yeah, in which method?
Round method.
Round method. Here it is written. That is not written here. Repeat your code.
Sir, on page number 159.
159, yes.
Sir, 6 point round method.
Round method, okay.
So in that it is written double x equal to 4.2.
Double x equal to 4.2, okay.
And sir, in output it is written 7.2. Sir, how?
Okay, that is round of value 7.2. Okay, that is a printing mistake. Okay. Now it is okay. Okay. Yes. Other doubts? Yes, Samriddhi.
Sir, on page number 65.
65. Yes.
The 18th and 19th question. Sir, how?
Write following real constant into exponent form. Just use E 23E, that is exponent part, and then 197. That is okay. Okay. Just see here. I am telling page number. Just go through that. You are able to write that. On page number, that is numeric data type, float value is there. Where we can, yes, on page number 49.
Yes, sir.
Suppose there is written 0.58 into 10 to the power 1. You are able to convert that into 10 to the power. That is possible. Okay, convert that, and after that write down 0.58, that fractional part, and after that 10 to the power. After that you write E. If 10 to the power 1 is there, then write down 0.1. 10 to the power 2 is there, write down 0.2. Now it is okay. So you have to convert that value into first exponential form, means 10 to the power, and after that you are able to write that. Is it okay?
How we will do that? 0.00005. In that question, only 18th one.
18th one. Yes, convert that into 0.5 into 10 to the power. That is possible. And after that, write that 0.5 E and then 10 to the power to be value. Is it okay? Yes. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Yes, Avika. Be quick, beta.
Sir, I have not understood the use of null operator.
Null operator. Suppose you declare one variable X is there. Okay. After that,
yes,
you don't want to assign any proper value to that variable. In that case, just assign null over there, because if nothing will be assigned in for variable X, then it will throw error, because you have to initialize each and every variable. Okay, so in that case we assign null for value X. Means null means nothing, but for computer that something is there, so it will not throw error. Yes.
So then why in a program we will use a variable in which nothing is there?
That is for local variable. If you that is for global variable. For local variable, you have to assign that variable immediately. That is the issue. Okay. For global local variable, it is allowed. For global variable, it is not allowed. We have to initialize a global variable at the starting. That I already explained during the chapter that we discussed initial value of the variable, initial value of the data type. So we have to initialize the variable. Okay. Okay. Yes, son.
Sir, question answers will come in exam.
Sorry.
Sir, question answers will come in exam.
Of course. Then what will what you are expecting in the examination?
Sir, you have said that 60 marks programming will come,
and 40 marks for theoretical part or technical part. Not exactly theoretical part, like converting expression, taking giving output, or writing definition, writing example, writing syntax. These are for 40 marks, and remaining 60 marks is for programming only.
The question answer also.
in 40 marks.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
other doubt?
Yes, sir.
So in examination, in question paper, there will be question and question, not answer. So you have to write down the answer. Okay. Any other doubt? No. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you.